Hey Disney fans, welcome back to my channel. It's Disney Pin Wednesday. Today I have a packet of pins from Disney Chris out on Instagram from one of their live sales. I will link to their Instagram page down below, so certainly go check it out. But stay tuned because there's a bunch of fun pins in here that I cannot wait to show you guys. Okay, so just a little backstory on how Instagram live sales work in case you're not familiar. You do have to follow the person. I think that does kind of help, but that way you're notified when they go live. And what they do is they basically just show pins and they have them in price brackets. And the first person to say either sold, whatever the character's name is, or if they've got them on a pin board and there's like a number system or a letter system, they say sold E or sold 5, that way they know which pin. That's kind of how it works. And it does go based off of the seller's feed. So just an FYI, I know the biggest complaint in Instagram live sales is, well, my comment showed up first on my feed. Well, that's great and wonderful. Instagram is always going to favor your feed over the seller's feed. So just know off the bat, there may be times where it looks like you think you said it first and you didn't. So trust me, I've had that happen to me and I'm like, oh, I must not have been first. And it's so disappointing when you miss out on a pin that you've been waiting for the whole night. Trust me. But sometimes you get lucky and no one else is looking for that pin and you're like, woohoo, and you get it like I did with some of these. So first pin I want to show you guys is, I saw this one on Disney Chris's photos and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I actually private messenger and said, how many did you get and what's the price? And she said, oh, we only got one. And I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna get it. And I was so bummed. And then I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna make time for the live sale and pray that I get it. And I'm just ripping this bubble wrap off because it's not coming off with the tape. And I got it and I'm thrilled. So you guys are gonna see a little bit of a theme with this packet of pins. This is a limited edition of 40. It's so good to be bad. I do not know who the maker of this pin is, but you can see here, this is a very large fantasy pin. And oh, I haven't even looked at this yet. I just literally just took it out of its, what are you gonna call it? Like out of its bubble wrap, and it is glorious. Now, my main collections, yes, are Cinderella, Snow White, and Ariel. I also, of course, have my monthly pin releases, whether they be the Minnie Mouse, the Wisdom set, or the Mickey Mouse from 2 years ago. I also have a small like Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse collection, and then like a Christmas collection. God, I'm terrible, and I have tons of collections. But my other main focus, I guess, aside from the princesses, is Cy and Am from Lady and the Tramp. And this pin is beautifully done with featuring Cy and Am, the fishbowl and the bird. And the reason I collect Cy and Am is currently I have a Siamese cat, but we did have two. It was the one I have and his brother. And unfortunately, Bentley did have to be put down a few years back. He got kidney failure, which is what my current kitty's going through, but he's doing okay for the condition he has. But these two cats that I have reminded me so much because my cats were so mischievous and so rambunctious and ridiculous and got into everything that I just, of course, naturally fell into collecting Cy and Am pins. But this pin is a huge, beautifully done pin-on-pin fantasy, and I'm so glad. I immediately, as soon as I saw it, I said, sold Cy and Am. And I got it. And it's so gorgeous. People were asking, oh my gosh, I missed it. What pin was that? Can you re-show it? And they're like, okay, but it's not for sale, people, but here's the pin that he got. And I am so ecstatic. Because Bailey is not going to live forever, obviously. Eventually what we're doing for him will not work. And, we're going to have to make that tough decision that all pet owners eventually have to make. And I'm going to love the fact that I have purposely collected these pins just to kind of keep their memory alive and the fun times we had when we had two cats. So great pin to start out with. Now, I think the majority of what I got that night were fantasy pins. And I think I actually got a couple Cy and Am pins, if I remember correctly. Maybe I didn't. Oh, there it is. I did. This is the other Cy and Am pin. So I got two Cy and Am pins and then two of another pin that you'll see here in a second. But this is another fantasy pin. It says GS-JJ. So if you guys know who that artist is, please let me know because I do not. But this is just a littler pin, a beautifully done pin nonetheless. And it shows Lady, and then it has Cy and Am and the fishbowl and some bird feathers on the either side on like a little blanket or something there. But I saw this, had to have it. I think it was all of like maybe 15 or 20 bucks. It was not very expensive at all. This one, you know what? I don't even know. I don't remember how much this one was. Maybe she didn't tell me how much it was when I asked her, but that's fine. All I knew was that I wanted it. I think it was like 60 maybe. I don't care. I love it. But this one was not bad at all, and I adore this pin. I plan on someday having my own little Cyan like board, and so once I get there, I will of course show that to you guys, because I do have quite a few authentic Cyan pins as well. But those are the two Siamese Kitty pins that I got. Now the next two pins are, again, are fantasy. I was watching during their fantasy power hour sale, I guess. This is an LE of, let's see, that one wasn't even an LE of anything. This one is an LE of 50, and I don't know if you can tell what it is just by looking at the back. But the front, this is a really cute pin. It was only $15 too, which I think is insane. But I got it because A, the price, and B, it just was too cute. So it is Ariel laying on a rock with Flounder on top of her. And there's a few flaws with this pin. It kind of looks like Ariel has raccoon eyes, but I promise you it's not that bad. That's just the metal work kind of making it look that way. But I thought this pin was too cute, and at 15 bucks, I did not care. I just had to have it. So this will be added to my Ariel collection. Now this next one, if I remember correctly, is what is a yo-yo pin. It's a fantasy designer, and it had a slight flaw, so they accepted the offer that I gave them on this one. Limited edition of 50, and it says Nippy 13. Maybe it's not a yo-yo. I thought they said it was, though. But this pin is gorgeous. There's a slight scratch in the floating enamel in the background, but you can't see it straight on, so I was okay with this. This pin is beautiful. So it is my favorite of a favorite character. It's Ariel sitting on a rock with the moon as a silhouette behind her. The scratch is right there. There you can kind of see it right there. But it is such a gorgeous pin, and I had to have it. I love Ariel so much. And then there you can see the back. It does say limited edition of 50 and the Nippy 13. Beautiful pin. There's a little tiny flaw in the bubble. Maybe that's part of the reason why it's a little lower in price too, but such a gorgeous design. So, I mean, obviously this is just kind of a silly pin when you put it up to something quite so nice as this. But nonetheless, this is still just gorgeous, and it's a very thick pin on pin. I do love this one very much. So I'm very glad I can add this one to my collection. So guys, like I said, I got those 4 pins. That's all I got because that was expensive enough, trust me. And I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm done. Bye. Sometimes you have to bow out gracefully when you know you've spent enough money. But they're always so wonderful to deal with, and so kind, and a lot of fun to watch. So I will definitely check out their Instagram link that I leave below. Lots of fun, great pins. They do their own line of fantasy pins. You guys have seen me show you those here on this channel multiple times over. Beautifully done. And plus they also do, of course, authentic pins, whether they be from the parks or Mickey's of Glendale or WDI, any of those. They do have those as well. Just kind of depends on the kind of show that they're doing. Alrighty guys, well that is going to wrap it up for today. I hope you enjoyed #PinTwins. If we have any of the pins if you have any of the pins that I showed today, I would be kind of surprised, to be honest, if you did, just because they are kind of like off the track fantasy pins this time. No authentic pins, which is weird. I always show almost always all authentic pins with a sprinkling of fantasy. Today was all fantasy. That's okay. So definitely let me know if you got them down below. If you have any questions about how the live sales work, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them down below. I hope you're all having an extra magical day, and we will see you real soon.